Oh, welcome to part 167 of the Daily Bread. We'll be reading Deuteronomy chapter 26, Isaiah 27, Psalms 15, Proverbs 16, 2 Corinthians chapter 4. We'll be in the Scriptures 2009 version. Deuteronomy chapter 26 on page 213. And it shall be when you come into the land which Yahweh your Elohim is giving you as an inheritance, and you possess it and dwell in it, that you shall take some of the first of all the fruits of the soil which you bring from your land, that Yahweh your Elohim is giving you, and shall put it in a basket, and go to the place where Yahweh your Elohim chooses to make his name dwell there. And you shall come to one who is priest in those days, and say to him, I shall declare today to Yahweh your Elohim that I have come to the land which Yahweh swore to our fathers to give. And the priest shall take the basket from your hand and place it before the slaughter place of Yahweh your Elohim. And you shall answer and say before Yahweh your Elohim, my father was a perishing Aramean, and went down to Mizraim, and sojourned there with a few men. And there he became a nation, great, mighty, and numerous. But the Mizraimites did evil to us, and afflicted us, and imposed hard labor on us. Then we cried out to Yahweh, Elohim of our fathers. And Yahweh heard our voice, and saw our affliction, and our toil, and our oppression. And Yahweh brought us out of Mizraim with a strong hand, and with an outstretched arm, Yod, with great fear, and with signs and wonders. And he brought us to this place, and has given us this land, a land flowing with milk and honey. And now, see, I have brought the first fruits of the land which you, O Yahweh, have given me. Then they shall place it before Yahweh your Elohim, and bow down before Yahweh your Elohim, and shall rejoice in all the good which Yahweh your Elohim has given to you and your house, you and the Levite and the sojourner who was among you. When you have completed tithing, all the tithe of your increase in the third year, which is the year of tithing, and have given it to the Levite, to the sojourner, and to the fatherless, to the widow, and they have eaten within your gates, and have been satisfied, then you shall say before Yahweh your Elohim, I have put away the set-apart portion from my house, and also have given it to the Levite, to the sojourner, and to the fatherless, and the widow, according to all your command which you have commanded me. And I have not transgressed your commands, nor have I forgotten. I have not eaten any of it, when in mourning, nor have I removed any of it for any unclean use, nor given any of it for the dead. I have obeyed the voice of Yahweh my Elohim. I have done according to all that you have commanded. Look from your set-apart dwelling place, from the heavens, and bless your people Israel, and the land which you have given us, as you swore to our fathers, a land flowing with milk and honey. Today, Yahweh your Elohim is commanding you to do these laws and right rulings, and you shall guard to do them with all your heart and with all your being. You have today caused Yahweh to proclaim to be your Elohim, and to walk in his ways and guard his laws and his commands and his right rulings, and to obey his voice. And Yahweh has caused you to proclaim today to be his people, a treasured possession, as he has spoken to you, and to guard all his commands, so as to set you high above all nations which he has made, for praise and for a name and for esteem, glory, and for you to be set apart people to Yahweh your Elohim, as he has spoken. Isaiah 27 on page 433. In that day, Yahweh, with his severe sword, great and strong, punishes Leviathan, and fleeting serpent Leviathan, that twisted serpent, and he shall kill the monster that is in the sea. In that day sing to her a vineyard of red wine. I, Yahweh, do guard it. I water it every moment, lest any hurt it. I guard it night and day. Wrath is not in me. Who would set thorn bushes and weeds against me in battle? I would go to them. I would go through them. I would burn them together. Or let him take hold of my strength and my peace with me. Let him make peace with me. Those who come, he causes to take root in Jacob, Israel. Israel shall blossom and bud, and they shall fill the face of the world with fruit. He has smitten him as he struck the ones who were striking him, or as a killer as he killed as he was killing. In measure, by sending her away, you contend with her. He shall take away by his rough wind in the day of the east wind. Therefore by this the crookedness of Jacob is covered, and this is all the fruit of taking away his sin. When he makes all the stones of the slaughter place like chalk stones that are beaten to dust, Asherim and sun pillars rise no more. For the city of defense is lonely, a home forsaken and left like a wilderness. There the calf feeds, and there it lies down, and shall consume its branches. When its twigs are dry, they are broken off. Women come and set them on fire, for it is a people of no understanding. Therefore, he who made them has no compassion on them, and he who formed them shows them no favor. And in that day it shall be that Yahweh threshes from the channel, from the river, capital R, to the wadi of Mishram. And you shall be gathered one by one, O children of Israel. And in that day it shall be that a great shofar is blown, and those who were perishing in the land of Ashur and the outcasts in the land of Mishram shall come and shall worship Yahweh on the set apart mountain in Jerusalem. Psalms 15 on page 653. Yahweh, who does sojourn in your tent? Who does dwell in your set apart mountain? He who walks blamelessly and does righteousness. Luke 1 verse 6. Blamelessly walking in the commands. And does righteously and speaks the truth in his heart. He has not slandered with his tongue. He has not done evil to his neighbor, nor lifted up a reproach against his friend. In whose eyes is a rebate, one is despised. But he esteems those who fear Yahweh. He who swears to his own hurt and does not change. He has not put out his silver at interest, and has not taken a bribe against the innocent. He who does these is never moved. Proverbs 16 on page 743. To man belongs the preparations of the heart, but from Yahweh is the answer of the tongue. All the ways of man are clean in his own eyes, but Yahweh weighs the spirits. Commit your works to Yahweh, and your plans shall be established. Yahweh has made all for his purpose, and also the wrong of the day of evil. Everyone proud in heart is an abomination to Yahweh. Hand to hand he does not go unpunished. By loving commitment and truth, crookedness is pardoned, and in the fear of Yahweh one turns away from evil. When a man's ways please Yahweh, he makes even his enemies be at peace with him. Better is a little with righteousness than a large income without right ruling. And man's heart plans his ways, but Yahweh establishes his steps. An oath is on the lips of the sovereign, and right ruling his mouth trespasses not. A right scale and balances are of Yahweh. All the weights in the bag are his work. It is an abomination for sovereigns to commit wrongness, for a throne is established by righteousness. Righteous lips are the delight of sovereigns, and they love him who speaks what is straight. The sovereign's wrath is a messenger of death, but a wise man appeases it. In the light of a sovereign's face is life, and his delight is like a cloud of the latter rain. How much better it is to get wisdom than gold, and to get understanding is preferable to silver. The highway the straight is to turn away from evil. He who guards his life watches over his way. Before destruction comes pride, and before a fall a haughty spirit. Better be lowly in spirit with the poor than to divide the spoil with the proud. He who acts wisely concerning the word finds good, and blessed is he who trusts in Yahweh. The wise heart is called discerning, and sweetness of lips increases learning. Understanding is a fountain of life to him who has it, but the disciplining of fools is folly. The heart of the wise gives discretion to his mouth, and he increases learning to his lips. Pleasant words are like honeycomb, sweet to the being, and healing to the bones. There is a way that seems right to a man, but its end is the way of death. He who labors for himself, but he who labors for himself, for his mouth drives him on. A man of Belial plots evil, and on his lips is like a burning fire. A perverse man sends forth strife, and a whisper separates intimate friends. A ruthless man entices his neighbor, and leads him in a way that is not good. Winking with his eye to plot perversity, moving his lips, he shall bring about evil. Gray hair is a crown of adorning. It is found in the way of righteousness. He who is patient is better than the mighty, and he who rules over his spirit than he who takes the city. The lot is cast into the lap, but every decision by it is from Yahweh. Second Corinthians chapter 4 on page 1123, 1123. Therefore, having this service, even as we receive compassion, we do not lose heart, but have renounced the secret ways of shame, not walking in craftiness, nor falsifying the word of Elohim, but by the manifestation of the truth, recommending ourselves to every human conscience in the sight of Elohim. And indeed, if our good news has been veiled, it has been veiled in those who are perishing, in whom the mighty one of this age has blinded the minds of the unbelieving, so that the enlightening of the good news in whom the mighty one of this age has blinded the minds of the unbelieving, so that the enlightening of the good news of the esteem of Messiah, who is the likeness of Elohim, does not shine on them. For we do not proclaim ourselves, but Messiah Yeshua, the Master, and ourselves servants for the sake of Yahweh. Verse 6. For Elohim, who said, "Let light shine out of the darkness," is the one who has shone in our hearts for the enlightening of the knowledge of the esteem of Elohim in the face of Yeshua Messiah. And we have this treasure in earthen vessels, so that the excellence of the power might be of Elohim and not of us, being hard pressed on every side, but not crushed, being perplexed, but not in despair, being persecuted, but not forsaken, being thrown down, but not destroyed, always bearing about it in the body the dying of the Messiah Yeshua, that the life of Yeshua might also be manifested in our body. For we, the living, are always delivered to death for the sake of for the sake of Yeshua, that the life of Yeshua might also be manifested in our mortal flesh, so that death indeed is working in us, but the life is in you. But having the same spirit of belief, according to what has been written, I believe, therefore I spoke, Psalms 116, verse 10. We also believe, therefore we also speak, knowing that he who raised up the Master Yeshua shall also raise us up through Yeshua, and shall present us with you. For all this is for your sake, so that favor, having spread through the many, would cause thanksgiving to overflow unto the esteem of Elohim. 16. Therefore we do not lose heart, but even if our outward man is perishing, the inward man is being renewed day by day. For this slight momentary pressure is working for us a far more exceeding and everlasting weight of esteem. We are not looking on what is seen, but on what is not seen. For what is seen passes away, but what is not seen is everlasting. Shalom. Make it a great day. Read your Bible and talk to the Father.